Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, we've all seen how athletes prepare themselves for their rigorous seasons with trainings, meal preps, and getting rest. But what happens when these athletes face inevitable injury? The world of physiotherapy tells us more. Physiotherapy is a crucial but undervalued aspect in an athlete's career. Over time, as their accolades and accomplishments increase, their bodies suffer tremendous changes. As former athletes, Dr. Trent Wells and Christian Seeley of KTH Physiotherapy share their start in their profession.
I played basketball growing up. I played a lot of sports growing up, but mainly basketball. And then I had a pretty bad basketball injury whenever I was in college. Spent a lot of time in physical therapy. And, I knew I wanted to do something along the lines of sports. And after the injury and, extensive physical therapy, I kind of, shifted my views towards it.
I grew up around sports. I was heavily injured throughout my career. I think my last injury with baseball, where I shattered my rotator cuff, was my last, hoorah. Through my therapy, I've learned to just study the body more, and it was intriguing. And then I still get the chance to be around sports too, so it was like a win-win for me.
Wells highlighted the importance of regular mobility and maintenance.
You need to be in shape. You need to have, your body needs to be able to function properly. If it doesn't, you don't get those movements. Motion is lotion. That's our big thing in the business. Motion is lotion. So if you're not using your body, you're not strengthening, you're not doing your things, you end up stiff, you end up tight, you end up, in pain, or you end up injuring yourself down the line because you've neglected your body all the way through.
Regardless of the age or sport, Seeley says the treatment styles are tailored to each athlete's specific needs.
I kind of stay unbiased to my patients. I go based on what they can tolerate. So at some point, you might see a 84-year-old take more than a 12-year-old. But yes, because how they are probably previous athletes in their time, so their body mechanics are still functioning a little bit. 12-year-old, depending on that injury, could be worse than the 84-year-old, so they can't take on certain things. So it honestly depends on who you have, what the injury is, and what they can stand at the moment.
And as a professional athlete, it is encouraging to know that state-of-the-art therapy is offered right here at home. In track action, members of the B3A is announcing this year's Carifta Trials, which is scheduled for April 4th through 6th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, as well as expectations for this year's competition.
We're expecting a very fast and keen competition. We're expecting all of you to come out in goodly numbers to support our youths. As you all know, the Carifta Games is the preeminent junior meet in the world, not just the region, but the world. And many of our Golden Knights and Golden Girls and Devon and those have cut their teeth, Wendell, through the Carifta Games and have gone on to greatness as a result. And we expect that this meet to be no different. Carifta, as we all know, this year is in Trinidad and Tobago.
And in BAISS soccer playoff action, Windsor School taking down Lyford Key International School 2-0 to advance them to the championship rounds. Coach Katie Roach on the team's road to the gold.
The finals we know is going to be a challenge because QC always brings their best game and they're a very good team. So we're definitely going to have to look at playing a bit more of a defensive start rather than attacking early and then just kind of coming back depending on where we are in the scoring during the game.
In the second playoffs matchup, Queen's College took on St. Andrews. St. Andrews held the lead 2-0 before the half as QC would tie things up at the end of regulation. In overtime, the Comets would punch their tickets to the big dance to take it home 3-2. Head coach Dion Peterson on the team's performance.
These girls played with heart today. They played tough and they did the job. So there's not much to change in the way they played. We just need to score first.
BAISS Soccer Championships begin next week, Tuesday. And that's been your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Stay tuned. We've got weather when we return.